Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. This is juwairiyasaada@gmail.com. Follow us on our YouTube channel, still juwairiyasaada@youtube.com, to get more of our videos. Our topic for today is marriage. We shall be concentrating on the marriage. There are so many other subtopics, but we shall be concentrating on how to make our marriage work. How do you make your marriage work? First and foremost, we need to understand the meaning of marriage. What is marriage? Marriage is the coming together of husband and wife to form a union, generate or recreate, and live together till eternity. Yes, eternity. What is eternity? Eternity means forever. It means you're going to live together till death do you part. The word eternity in the above brings us to the main topic of discussion here. That is, how to make it possible and workable to live together till eternity. We shall be highlighting and explaining some of the steps we need to keep us together, to follow, to practice, to imbibe, to keep us together, to live together till eternity. Step 1. You need to have it in mind that this is your permanent home. This is my home. How do I live in it? How do I make it work? It is only when you have it together that you don't have any other home apart from that your husband's house, that you'll be able to endure all odds. So many trials are going to come your way, but I bet you when you pray hard and have it that this is my home, once a place is your home, where else do you go to? You don't go to anywhere. Anywhere you go to is just for a visit. Your father's house has become a visitation house. You visit and come back to your home. Just like back then when you were in your father's house, there is no other house that was your house except your father's house. You were always to come back home. So this is now your home. Please have it in mind. The next is, my husband alone can love me now more than any other one and mean well for me. Yes, your husband alone can love you more than any other person you can imagine in this world. So please have it in mind and love him as such. My husband alone can love me now more than any other person. Now the next step is, do not hide anything from your husband, not even your money. Don't hide for him, please. So many people question me, so many of my clients will keep questioning me on this. Why, if you say we should not hide our money for them, they could just get the money and eat it, then embezzle it. No, I am not saying you should be foolish. You're not hiding it from him in the sense that you don't engage in business without letting him know. You need his blessings on that. You don't engage anything with your money without letting him know. Then it depends on the kind of person he is. If you know he's going to embezzle your money, if you know he will not encourage you, make him know when money is coming. But at times, such kind of men, when you're going to spend it, he might not know. Afterwards, you can tell him, oh, I had so business, and you didn't tell me. I didn't want to bother you. You know how to handle him. But please and please, it is not good to ever hide anything from your husband, as it could be used against you by envious people tomorrow. They could want to use it to blackmail you. They could want to harm you with it. But once he's already, they could even want to destroy your marriage with it. But once he's already aware, they have no way to penetrate you anymore. Surprise him with gifts, especially things you know he needs but does not care much about buying them. Yes, please buy him gifts. He needs your gift. Yes, it is only when you train him to buy gifts for him, you can make him buy for you too. Please and please do not spoil him in such a way that you are the only person buying. Encourage him to buy for you. Honey, last month I took you out. I think you should take me out too since you've gotten your salary. You want me to go and spend it? No. Sparing 2,000 naira for me would not hinder any of your success, any of your business. Please spare that 2,000 naira. Let's just go and have fun out there. Any of the eatery center you choose for us, no matter how cheap, let's just eat out. I just want to increase our love for each other. You enjoy yourself and come back. But do not make yourself only do it, and do not stop doing it. You have to do it. You have to encourage him to do it. No, are you going to insult me that you're buying gift for me? I am not insulting you. I am only telling you I did it for love. It is the same you I did it for that I'm telling. So it's not an insult. It's not an exposure. I am not telling an outsider. You know I did it, and I am telling you the reason why I did it was for love. And I want you to increase our love in that manner. So always be self-explanatory. Always make him give you listening ear. If you know he's not going to give you listening ear that time, please postpone it till another time. But don't forget that discussion. Discuss it. If not, you think it's over, but it's not over. It's going to come up next another time that you least expected. Our next step is surprise him with gifts. Then the next is, mind you, I am different human being from you, so also expect your husband to be entirely different from mine. Even if they are twins, your husband can never be the same with mine. Your husband could be very emotional, love you, can show that affection. Oh honey, oh sweetie, what do I do for you? But probably he is not strong financially to cater for you. You might be the one taking the entire financial responsibility. Your husband could be very emotional and could show that emotion. But that my husband cannot show that emotion, probably handling all the financial responsibility in the house, should be enough for me. So if you keep comparing your husband to mine, if I keep comparing my husband to yours, then there will be big problem. And mind you, it is what Allah has given you that you can endure. If you force yourself out of that house and you meet the other negative part of that person, you might not be able to enjoy it. You might even be forced to go out of that house again. And at the end of the day, you start counting men. For how long are you going to count men? No, it's not the best. Let's try and appreciate what Allah has given us. Let's pray very hard on them, to Allah, to protect our marriage, to protect us, to protect our husbands for us. Always put his need ahead of yours and ensure you train him to reciprocate it too. Yes, I am a realist. Yes, be a realist. Put his need ahead of yours. Communication is the key to the success of any marriage. That you're putting his need ahead of yours, encourage him too to put his need ahead of yours, so that there will be peace. He will not look at you tomorrow as if he shouldn't look at you as if you're one person that doesn't love herself. You love yourself too. But be realistic in stating to him, yes, I love you. That is why I'm doing so and so. That is why I always consider you first. So I expect you to do the same. The next point is, do not give what you do not have or what you are not given to cook. Never cook when he has and did not give you feeding allowance. If he refuses to give you money, my sister, if you have that money, eat what you like. Do not keep any for him. Let him know it is his basic responsibility. Your supporting him does not make it your responsibility. You're just to support him when he doesn't have. Please and please do not make that mistake. Do not make that mistake. Always try your best to be that precious woman you're supposed to be. Look good. Eat good. You can, even if he's around, take excuse, go out and eat and come back. You could even eat in his presence and you tell him to. He has decided to do what he wants to do with his money. Then you are doing what you need to do with your money. It is not possible you give him. He could report you. It's better he reports you. Both of you get high, and at the end of the day, there is resolution. Never start what you cannot end. Immediately at that starting point, have it hot together. Then people come into it and make peace for you people. Then he would realize what he is doing is bad. If you're the only one telling him at home, he will never realize it. And even if he realizes it, human being will always want more. He will always feel, she can do it, let her do it. And he will want to enjoy his money in other ways. He will want to give his money to only his family without considering you, even to feed you. So please and please, do not cook when you're not giving feeding allowance. Never and never and never. Especially when he has. When he doesn't have, it is sadaqah, you can do it. And even when he doesn't have, please encourage him to work hard. Show him other ways he can struggle and give you something. Try to cook for him as much as possible and ensure you are dynamic in your meal. Please be dynamic in your meal. Cook as much as possible. If he wants to eat 5 times in a day, please make him eat it. Encourage him to eat well, because once he eats well, you have his love already. Once your husband eats well, you have his love already. Oh honey, please don't eat lunch at work. I made a delicious meal for you today. There is this new meal method of cooking I watched on internet today. Purposely for you, I have made it for you. Please come home and enjoy it. Dress well, beautifully, gorgeous, and look out for styles and dresses that goes with your shape. Please look out for styles that goes with your shape. You should be able to identify those colors that fit your complexion, those styles that fit you, gown, fitted gown, flay gown, which one fits your shape. For instance, flay gown will fit a very busty woman that has big belly, big tummy. Flay style, but at the chest it will be shaped. Then for the slim ones, you don't always go on fitted cloth always. No, sometimes you need flay gowns too, to make you look matured. If it's always very tiny and slimy and skinny in your body, you might start irritating him. He might start looking at you as, I'm just wasting my money on this woman. She's not even adding weight, because men are proud of their women adding weight, looking chubby, looking very healthy. But if that is how Allah have created you, never to add weight, there is nothing you can do than to encourage yourself to look good and look encouraging to your husband. Our last and final point is sex. Sex, infinity. Please and please satisfy him as much as you can with sex. So many women does not like sex, but I bet you, inshallah, if you encourage yourself and you determine to satisfy him, only then and then you will start enjoying it. If you do it for Allah's sake, because Allah has said we must satisfy them with sex. So if you're doing it for Allah's sake, Allah will always do much more for your sake. I know of a client who never enjoyed sex in her life, but with more and more encouragement, listening to some of our videos, she got to start making herself more available for the husband. And I bet you, wallahi, wallahi, that was when she started enjoying sex in her marriage. That was like after 4 years of marriage with about 2 kids. So please and please, sisters, read more books, read more Islamic books on sex. We have so many books on sex. Read them, encourage yourself, eat good food that would keep your body good for to have sex. So this is where we'll stop for today. This sex, how to have sex in your marriage Islamically, how to encourage them to make them love you. The 2 major things that makes a man love a woman so much is giving them good food and good sex. Satisfy them very well in bed. Wa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We expect you to subscribe to some of our YouTube channels, and inshallah we shall